Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is the third episode of the SwiftUI Animation series. Today, we're going to look at the transition modifier and how we can use it in our code. So, the transition modifier is used when a view appears and disappears, and then it applies that transition to the view. So, let's have a look at the code and see how it works. So this is the previous code from our episode 2, which was to rotate the globe around when we tap on it. Today we're gonna see how we can apply transition for this one. So let's remove a bunch of code here. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna show and hide the globe. So let's rename this one to say show globe. It's not an earth. Globe. All right, so show globe. So now we got show globe here. And what we're gonna do is let's rename this to show globe. And we're gonna put this image behind the model show globe. And then let's move this code here. And now when we tap on show globe, it's gonna show and hide the globe. You can see that our globe is showing and hiding without any animation. So let's try and apply a transition here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just apply the transition scale. Let's tap on it. So it still doesn't work. What you need to do is you need to apply an animation that whenever this change is done, it should be happening within an animation. So transition only specify, okay, what should be the style of the transition. It doesn't specify what animation you should use. So they go in hand. So now when we do it, you can see that it's now scaling up and then scaling down. But the problem with this approach is using with animation. Let's say the property that you're changing is in a view model or in a coordinator or some other place where adding with animation doesn't make any sense. And we don't want to do that. So let's apply the animation here. And we're going to animate using ease in, and the value will be our model dot show globe. Whenever this show globe change, it's going to change this one and apply the transition. Oh, all right, it still doesn't work. So why? This was an intentional change. So it didn't work because this view is part of the if block. And even if we have applied the animation here, this view doesn't exist yet. So that animation, applying that animation to that view doesn't make any sense. We want to apply an animation to the parent view, saying that the animation that should happen for the views, right? So we need to move this one and we can apply this one on the V stack. So whenever we do that, now you can see that it's animating. But there's a problem here as well. So we can't apply the animation to the whole view because then all of the children will follow that. So a good way is to just wrap this one in a V stack and then apply this animation. And then you can do that. And this works fine. Now you would think that we can change it to a group, right? And when you do that, it's not gonna work because group doesn't give you a container or a view. And for animation to work, it should have like a container. So we have to use some kind of a stack, right? Either could be as H stack or Z stack as well. So this way you can do that and it works fine. Now there are different transitions that you can apply. The one that really kind of like works with when your view appears and disappears is asymmetric transition. So for example, let's say you are creating an onboarding scene and then you have different views and you have next and or maybe a continue button. And when you can tap on it, so your next view should appear from the right side and the existing view should disappear from the left edge. So you can create transitions like, whenever the view is inserted, it should, um, move from the edge trailing. And when it is removed, it should move from the edge leading, right? So now let's see. So when I do show globe, so you can see that it came from the trailing edge. And when I tap again, it goes to the left edge. So this way you can add specific transition when when the views is inserted into the parent view and when the view is removed from the parent view. So this is how you can use the transition modifier along with the animation modifier. And that's pretty much it. And I would like you to play with both of these and let me know if there are any questions in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.